Welcome back. This time we have a new monster to fight. So, last time we did the urgent quest and we unlocked a new rank, the 3-star quests. So, we have a lot of more interesting monsters this time. We have the Ludroth, which we're going to fight. We have another Pego quest. And we have, let's see, we have the Great Rocky, the Royal Ludroth, and actually a quest with 2 Bulldogs. Oh, and we have the Lagomba too. So we have a lot of quests now. And this time we're going to fight the Royal Ludroth. So this is a quest I'm going to take a lot after this one, just because I want to get some money. I think that he will be a pretty decent monster to fight just to get him. But we can't hop into it right away. We'll have to look at this new weapon I got. So I didn't need to do any other quests, any other Pegos to get this weapon. And it is the Bone Tomahawk. And it is the first elemental weapon that we got. This one has a fire attribute, as you can see under weathers. Under the slots and all the things, there is written fire 15. So this weapon does 15 fire damage, which is going to be useful against this guy. And we're just gonna hop into it now, and I'll explain it a bit. So every monster has some sort of, you could call it weakness, but it may not actually be the right word. They take a certain amount of damage from each elemental. There's a total of 5? Fire, water, ice, thunder, and dragon. Yes, 5 elements. And they each take a certain amount of damage from the different elements. And but the amount of damage that they take obviously varies. So you usually say that the thing that does the most damage to the monster is the thing that the monster is weak against. Right? So this number can vary from 0 to like I don't know, 30. And 30 is basically a percentage, which means that you'll get 30% of the damage, the fire damage will be dealt to the monster's part. Yeah, that's another thing. So the monsters have different parts, and I'll talk a little about that, like where they're weakest to and where they take the most raw damage. That's true for elemental damage too. So different body parts of the monster take different elemental damage. So I think the Royal Ludroth starts in 10, just because the Royal Ludroth was originally a monster from Tri, and it's an underwater monster. But in this game there's no underwater. Also, this area I'm in right now is the starting area from Tri. And 3U. So, here it is, the Royal Ludroth. He has several breaks. This is the first monster where you can cut off the tail. You can also break his sponge. And he has this crest on his head, which can also be broken. So, let's go to town. We are of course aiming to get every break. So, we want the tail cut off, we want the mane destroyed, and the crest broken. And I think the Sword Shield is a decent weapon for this. I'll at least try not to bring the Hunting Horn with me on the quest like this, because the Hunting Horn does impact damage, and impact damage cannot contribute to cutting off scales. There's a lot of other parts that can be broken, and can be broken just fine with impact damage, and cutting damage too. But like these things that have to be cut off and most of the tails will not be served by impact damage. So I'll be bringing cutting. It's also the reason I'm using the sword shield as the first elemental weapon I have is because that elemental damage does not scale depending on the weapon you're using. So each hit that my sword shield does, like I hit with the sword shield, does as much elemental damage as I would do with a single hit of the great sword. And the sword shield, of course, is hitting much faster than the great sword, so the elemental damage is a lot more effective this way. I think that that's true for all weapons except maybe dual swords. I think the dual swords receive a small penalty just because like they attack crazy fast. We did the full amount of elemental damage every so I think that's the only weapon that gets a small penalty. So, like that, the tail is cut off. What this does is it yields an extra carb. And this monster so we'll go over and carve the tail, and it will increase the range of the roll tail attack. So, that's actually pretty decent. The problem with sword and shield, and I'm probably talking about this a bit, is you attack fast, which means that your sharpness increases faster, and this weapon doesn't all that much. It's the first weapon I got that has the blue, the green sharpness, or green. So we receive a small bonus to our war and a very tiny bonus to our what is called elemental, our fire damage. So with the tail cut off, we will be focusing on the mane and the crest. So hitting the mane like here will deal damage to it, and eventually it will break. It probably has the most health, like see there. I wasn't even going up the crest. That's another thing I was going to talk about. Like the crest doesn't have any health. It's probably the one that's hardest to hit, just because you need to beat them to the head, but it breaks up crazy fast. So we've just focused on the main, and yeah, at this point our weapon is fucked. And actually he's already limping. So this isn't going to take all that long. I guess the elemental damage is really doing its thing. So yeah, okay, he's but if it's already limping, we really want to focus so much here. Oh, I don't. Well, that's fine. Another thing, only cutting damage contributes to tail cuts, meaning that the elemental damage of my weapon does not contribute. So that's another thing. I've decided to bring sword and shield for this fight because the royal tail is so close to the ground. It's not really a problem to hit it with the sword and shield, but other monsters will have a much higher tail, which you obviously can't hit because the sword is short reach. But this monster is a really good enemy to fight with the sword shield. accessible break points. And actually, it takes a decent amount of damage to the sponge. It just has a crazy amount of damage threshold. And then I'll probably talk about it a bit. As you can see, I'm very in and out. Like, I can see he's finding of an attack there, so instead of going for a long combo, I just get that one hit and roll away. So, I did not get the main. I will hope to get that in one of the other quests I'll be doing, but not this one. And that's kind of a bummer because I actually think his sponges is like one of the things he sells the most. And if you want those consistently, sponge. But I'll actually also read his parts for water sponge making. It's also a pretty decent one. But we'll just wait this quest out and see what I get in the rewards. Kill some ludroth while I'm at it. And rolling around apparently. Might as well. If you haven't guessed already, like, the raw ludroth is like a big mission. Shocking. Huh? Well, quest completed. Let's see what we get. Ludroth scale, we get. So the raw ludroth quest sells like, yeah, as you can see here, 1,200, and I only got 608. So these dash extracts I'm not gonna sell. They, first of all, they don't sell for all that much, and they can be pretty useful. You won't be needing those for like any crafting, but you can make them to use them to make other items in a system that I really haven't explained all that much right now. But I'll get to that when it's convenient, when it actually matters. But for this episode, I'll end it right here, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time.